Hey Cubs, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the completing older projects video that you guys requested. We are. So yeah, there's quite a few to choose from. I'm going to switch you guys to top-down view so you can see who we've got. So let's get going. As Mariah Elizabeth was the first YouTuber I started watching sort of on a regular basis, it just made sense that at some point I would have a go at Squishie makeovers. Now some of these actually belong to my niece and nephew. When I was talking to my sister about this, she said they've actually got some squishies that need fixing. I have already made some starts with these guys, but I wanted to start this video with a clean slate. Just to sort of get myself back into it, and I chose this Yummy Bear because this video should have been out in September during the National Teddy Bear Day set of videos I was doing. However, as you know, that kind of didn't happen. Didn't need a lot of work doing to it, just trimmed a couple of seams. These are not the best fabric scissors. I am going to get some more, but I did find an air pocket that I did deal with. Just gave the mat a quick wipe over because sanding makes such a mess, and I didn't want any of it to get into the paintwork. And whilst I was sort of doing the repairs, I did kind of debate what I was going to do for a design. It actually took me quite a long time to decide on this. Also, this was probably the worst colour to choose as a paint for fixing. I think what happened was I chose it because I knew I'd use it as a general paint as well. However, yeah, that dark of a blue is a pain in the backside to paint over, but you know, I manage it in the end, sort of as best I can. I do kind of lose a bit of patience when trying to make base coats like this. Just, you know, doing so many layers does get a bit tedious, but hey, I'm trying. So in the end, I just thought, you know what, let's do ice cream themed, which, you know, with a Yummy Bear, that's kind of obvious, but I wanted to do a flavour that not many people do. In fact, I don't think I've seen anyone in any of their ice cream character designs have actually done this, and that is Raspberry Ripple. Now I will flick a quick picture up here for you guys who, if you don't know Raspberry Ripple, it's a really nice flavour when it's done right. If you've had the cheap stuff where it's like your yellow vanilla ice cream, it's not that great. But yeah, it can be a really, really nice flavour, and it is one of my favourites. I don't have it that often because I'm more likely to stick with mint choc chip and chocolate, and more recently bubblegum. But yeah, I do like it, and I just wanted to do some swirls on her, and that is how she got her name. Her name is Swirl. And yeah, I didn't want it to be symmetrical in any way on the design. I just put the swirls where I felt they would look good. And yeah, for her accents, just used a paler pink, and I did use brown for the drips to be a chocolate. It does change shade a bit later. I just wanted it a tiny bit darker, not a huge amount. But yeah, I think it's worked really well. She's off-white, so, you know, not completely white, which makes a difference. Oh yeah, I did attempt giving her pink eyes and pink nose in the first instance, but she just looked way too creepy. So yeah, I go over that with the sort of chocolate brown. I don't quite get over all the pink that's there, but you know what, it looks way better than it did. She looks less demonic now. And then for the heart, I just decided to make that dark chocolate. Go a tiny bit darker than this, but not a huge amount. Yeah, it's more my thing. And again, chocolate sprinkles. I wasn't going to do sprinkles at all because I don't really have them on my ice cream. Aesthetically they are nice, but you know, I don't really do that. And then on to fixing this one. I did kind of butcher this a bit. If I remember, I'd already started painting this when my nephew wanted me to remove, I think this was like a bit of teddy bear ice cream, something like that. So that's why the scarring is quite bad. I tried to tidy it up a bit better than I had originally. Still not the best. And again, the colour scheme was his choosing. I have actually got 2 more squishies that belong to my niece and nephew. Actually, it might be 3. I'll have to have another look. That still need repairing, but these were the ones that were in progress. And this one for my niece just needed a bit of touching up. Nothing major doing to it. And because I used the matte white paint this time around, it did change the texture. And yeah, I really like the texture of the matte paint, but for the most part I was using slick paint, and I'd forgotten that when I'd been watching Mariah Elizabeth's videos, I actually ended up watching the older ones, and I'd forgotten which paint she used now. So yeah, big mistake on that one, but hey, they've come out not too badly, and definitely gonna do it again, finish up the others that you saw at the beginning. And yeah, just changing the colours slightly of the cone. I do change it again from that, but all good. So I thought I'd try doing the outro down here because of the time of year. It means it's getting dark already, and the lighting on my normal desk is just atrocious at the moment. So yeah, it just wouldn't have worked, and I really want to get this video out to you guys. So yeah, the squishies came out okay. Starting with the one from my nephew. Obviously, as I mentioned in the voiceover, not massively happy with the scarring, but you know, for a first attempt, because technically I think I did this one first, at least started on it first before I did any of the others. It's not too bad, you know, and yes, those are the colours he chose for that one. Cone's a bit lighter than I would have liked, but sometimes colours can be tricky to mix exactly how I have them pictured in my head. You know, I do my best. Then the one from my niece, this didn't need a lot of work doing to it. It was mostly just touching it up. Did change the cone colour slightly, but yeah, again, happy with that. I do need to stick some holes in these two, just to help with the squishiness. And then finally on to Swirl. Now, Swirl I absolutely love. Unfortunately, I didn't realise that the indents for her eyes, because I just used the ones that were already there, are actually in different sizes. They do not match, so they do look a bit wonky, which is a bit of a pain. And there's some smudging on her paint there, but you know, it's barely noticeable. So yeah, really happy with her. So yeah, that is it for this one, guys. Don't forget to subscribe when you're down in the comments, and don't forget to vote for the next non-bear project that I'm going to be doing, which I intend on starting this week. As you may or may not have seen in my vlog channel, I'm a bit behind with everything, but next week's video is just about done. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys around. I will see you next time.